Good morning, everyone. I was just checking out Psalm 119, verse 160 again. We were looking at that in kids' ministry. Pastor Nate was bringing it to the children. It says, I can't read that backwards. It says, "The very essence of your words are truth. All your just regulations will stand forever." So I opened it up in the Bible here because I know Psalm 119, isn't that the longest chapter in the whole Bible or something like that? So I know there's more context. It is verse 160 after all. So I just wanted to read a little bit more of it. Starting in verse 161. "Powerful people harass me without cause, but my heart trembles only at your word. I rejoice in your word, like one who discovers a great treasure. I hate and abhor all falsehood, but I love your instructions. I will praise you 7 times a day because all your regulations are just. Those who love your instructions have great peace and do not stumble. I long for your rescue, Lord, so I have obeyed your commands. I have obeyed your laws, for I love them very much. Yes, I obey your commandments and laws because you know everything I do." He knows everything we do. When I was reading this earlier, what popped into my head was, and this is something that's been popping in my head a lot lately, I don't want to be rebellious. But there's a lot of, I see a lot of going to worldly teachers instead of going to Jesus here in America. Constantly here in the Bible, we hear about having a personal relationship with God and with his laws and regulations. You know, Jesus says he is the only way. Obviously, how are we going to understand Jesus if we don't listen to others here in the world? We got to learn English or whatever language you're speaking. You got to learn the definitions. You got to learn what all these Bible words mean. So yeah, that's good. Well, that's good. Learning is good. Yep, get that wisdom. Just don't forget that the true wisdom comes from God, from the Holy Spirit. We can't trust worldly teachers in all that they say. We can only trust the Holy Spirit in all that he says through those teachers. And when you see the family of God, you know, what a family is always visualized as? A family tree, right? A root, trunk, branches. The branches are the functional part right there, right? As each generation is born, it's like a new set of branches, like my fingers, you know, branching off of my hand. And one thing I've been thinking about recently is in that branch, in those branches of the tree of life there in the New Jerusalem, you know, there's gonna be plenty of branches. Maybe there's gonna be high branches up there, you know, really complex branches where the birds get to go hang out. As for me, I'd prefer to be a branch as close as possible to the trunk, even if I was a small branch. Once again, I'm not saying don't listen to teachers. What I am saying is listen to Jesus first. And just for a little bit more on this subject, I looked to the left, on the other side of the pages here in the Bible. Same chapter, 119. But let me start in 97, verse 97 right here. Oh, how I love your instructions. I think about them all day long. Your commands make me wiser than my enemies, for they are my constant guide. And check this out. Yes, I have more insight than my teachers, for I am always thinking of your laws. I am even wiser than my elders, for I have kept your commandments. I have refused to walk on any evil path so that I may remain obedient to your word. And we know who his word is. That's Jesus. What is it saying here? This is saying that, yeah, you can get insight from teachers. You can get wisdom from elders, and definitely soak it all up. But the true insight, the true wisdom comes from God. So maintain that close relationship to him first. Primarily. Priority. Like a spouse gives in a marriage, right? We give our spouse priority over anyone else. And as we know, the church is going to get married to Jesus. I look forward to it. Well, that's kind of all for right now. Hope you all have a good day. Love you.